Before I introduce our next speaker, I want to let everybody know that we do have t-shirts available. If you'd also like to make a donation to the Tea Party, we'd certainly appreciate that. This one here is this, if you like your freedom, you can keep your, no, crossed out, must fight for your freedom. I like that. So these are how much, $15? $15 over here, you can see Christine Morabito, former president of the Greater Boston Tea Party. How about a round of applause for Christine? And because we are a little late, we're going to ask our speakers to try and keep it as brief as they can, and I guess that also means me, so I'm going to have to kill like 9 pages of my notes. Our next speaker is Dan Morris. Dan is currently attending Salem State University in Salem, Massachusetts, where he runs a local SFL chapter. Dan has long been involved in politics, attending political rallies at a very young age of 15. Ever since he learned about Gary Johnson and the libertarian cause, Dan has been active in promoting liberty and freedom for all Americans. And being the son of a federal employee, Dan has also gained insight into how ineffective the federal government can be. On Students for Liberty, here's what he says. Though I am still rather new to SFL, I am definitely not new to the organization's goals or positions. It is refreshing to see such a diverse set of other students out there spreading out across the world, embracing freedom for the individual and freedom from oppression. Even in my home state of Massachusetts, he says, where most college students identify as being far left, I have still found many fellow college students embracing the message of Ayn Rand, Ron Paul, and other activists for liberty, giving me hope that SFL can help such student voices. So let's give a very warm Tea Party welcome to our next speaker, Dan Morris. I said a warm Tea Party welcome for Dan, a warm Tea Party, a hot Tea Party welcome for Dan
Morris. How y'all doing? Good. So as I said, my name is Dan, and I work with Students for Liberty, which is a 501(c) nonprofit, which is dedicated to spreading libertarianism and freedom across the world. Currently, in the United States, there are 150 of campus coordinators like myself, working at colleges from Massachusetts to California, spreading the idea that each of us is an individual who should have the right to seek their own life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. We were founded in 2008 thanks to the Ron Paul campaign, for which we owe a lot to. It empowered many of students like myself. Now, I want to open up with a, well, first off, I should ask, are any college or high school students here? One. There you go. And I brought her here too, so that doesn't count. So, I want to open up with a little story of how bad things are at college campuses across the country. One of our campus coordinators, Rob Van Turen, a student at Monsanto Junior College in California, last September, he wanted to hand out constitutions on his college campus on Constitution Day to promote his club, his Young Americans for Liberty Club. His school wouldn't let him. They said he needed a permit to hand out a copy of the law, of which we all abide by every day. Thankfully, later on, he sued his school, and a couple months ago he won, which is great, so good for him. But the problem is, that's happening on college campuses all across the country. According to the Foundation for Individual Rights in Education, 66% of colleges across this country have rules which restrict constitutional right to freedom of speech. My own school, Salem State University, has such a rule which prohibits me from annoying anyone. And if I do so, I could be reprimanded. Now, I don't know what constitutes as annoying, but I'll be honest, I can be annoying a lot of times. But the fact is, my freedom of speech at my college is harmed when such rules are in place. Even if I don't plan on annoying anyone or insulting their heritage or whatnot, I should still have that right. The Constitution gives me that right. My school is a public university and should abide by that right. Now thankfully I'm challenging them on that, and it's going slow, but I hope one day I'll have much progress. Now, one of the best things about Students for Liberty is that we're not just American-centric. We're focused on the world. Many work with us on all continents, from Asia, Africa, and Latin America. And their stories are so empowering to hear. Currently, right now, we have students working with us in Venezuela, standing with protesters, standing against socialism. Flags in the hands, chants in the air, it's beautiful. We have students working with us in Eastern Europe, fighting for Ukraine's freedom against Putin and his aggression. And one of my favorite stories is the students in Africa, who are part of countries which have faced oppression, first from colonialism and then from their own corrupt governments. And there these people are, facing death in the face, standing against tyrants on all corners, and yet they stand. Empowering college students like myself across America and across the nation is important. Students for Liberty, Young Americans for Liberty, and other organizations work to make sure that our future is bright, because at this moment, it's not. Obamacare has made many of my friends lose their health insurance. Now, Obama thought it would be great to grant us the power to be under our parents' health insurance until 26. That sounds fine. But what happens after that? There's no jobs. Obama and his administration thinks it's great if everyone can go to college. That sounds fine and dandy, but if everyone gets a bachelor's degree, what's a bachelor's degree worth? Nothing. Unfortunately, thanks to Obama administration expanding financial aid, when I graduate in a few years, my prospects won't be glowing. They'll be dim. It's unfortunate, but at the same time, it's empowering. This gives students like myself the power to fight back. It gives us a reason to fight back. It gives us a reason to come to rallies like this and say, I'm fed up with the two-party system. I'm fed up with this administration. I'm fed up with not having a choice. I'm fed up with my voice being diminished by those in power and by those who will only ignore me no matter how loud I speak. Which is why people like you are important to me. It makes me feel like I'm not alone. It makes me feel like this is important, like I'm supported, and I know I am by folks like you. And I'm very, very grateful for that. Now, I'll tell you some of the other projects we're working on right now. We're currently, we host regional conferences. We're actually hosting a conference today in Suffolk University. If any students here besides the one I brought want to attend. It's at Suffolk University at 3:30, so very soon. Everyone's welcome to attend, student or not. Free snacks, which is important. But I'll tell you what you can do to help us. Spread the word. If you know college students, if you know high school students who feel that they're disenfranchised by the two-party system, that feel disenfranchised by everything around them, that feel fed up with the administration, that feel fed up with Beacon Hill, let them know of our existence. They can work with us, we can work with them, and we can change things. We can give students the idea that they are free individuals, that they have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, because they do. They don't know it. We are a very libertarian generation. Everything we do is based on choice. What phone we have, what car we drive, who we add and who we delete on Facebook. We have these principles that we control our own lives. And those need to carry onto our campuses, onto Beacon Hill, and across the world, and they will. I thank you all for being here today. Again, my name is Daniel Morris, and it's proud to be here with the Tea Party. Thank you.
Thank you very much.